Yo, what up, what up? I shouldn't do this. I started to watch last week's video, but in the start of the video, I'm just talking about COVID 19, and I didn't wait to even get to where I might have been doing the weekly update portion, but I did, I have, a written weekly update here. And if I have a feeling that whatever the weekly update was isn't like everything changed. So like I have here like do more customer interviews. I didn't do any customer interviews this week, I don't think. I did write a lot of my manifesto. I did some by hand and I did a bunch in there. So that did happen, and I didn't initiate Operation Shutdown being bipolar, but that's not really mission critical. And I was actually going to start the video. I was going to make two videos today, like one, the daily COVID 19 video, and then one, my actual update. But today, a friend came over. I woke up late because I was smoking cigars, and then day got started. I went and ran. When I came back, friend stopped by, and everybody's hanging out. And then anyway, I had to get my writing done. Knocked out like 900 words today, not bad. And now I'm here. Yeah, so I'll do the COVID, the daily. Oh, I hate that Zoom. One day I'll have like actual video technology other than my phone. Phone is doing all right though. Technology is crazy these days. Um, this is what I'll do for my COVID 19 quick is do focus on community building right now. And that could either mean you actively creating a community or finding some community to join and participate in, because in the coming weeks and coming months, a lot of people are going to need a lot of help. You might be one of the people that need help, and by actively being a part of a community right away, like a real tangible real world community, is a good idea. And you could so like just off the cuff thoughts. If I was in Milwaukee, there's neighborhood associations I could get involved with. There's even though I'm not religious, there's like religious groups that are, I'm sure if you reached out to different churches, they're like being responsible about this. There's nonprofits, so there you can go that route, or and then also, I made this Facebook community. I'm not really worried about Taiwan. I feel good about the Taiwanese people, Taiwanese government, in their response to this. But again, if I was at home, I would probably make a Facebook group and invite close friends, in Milwaukee. I would invite people in the neighborhood. I would encourage them to invite other people. I would, maybe I would host a Zoom meeting, like a live meeting once a week, once a day, just like quick 30 minutes, just to you know, just to get everybody connected, because it's gonna be hard. Like people, are gonna have trouble with food money and paying bills, and so. And if you if you think there's something I can do to help you with your community building efforts, please, 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 you can reach out to me, and it's all good. So that's my COVID update for today. I mean, you can get caught up looking at numbers and all this kind of stuff, and none of that means almost nothing, other than the numbers should be like, oh, I got to take this serious, and then find out what take that serious means for you where you are, right? If you're in New Zealand, that means something different than being in Taiwan, than being in Italy, than being in New York, than being in Milwaukee, or being in Memphis, or being in Dallas or Austin. It means different things. Find out what that means for you, and boom. If you need help figuring that out, let me know. other than that, like I didn't put it together yet, but I will make a COVID-19 page on my website where I'm gonna start. Like I've run into, there's like resources, for example, where people are. If you need government assistance, there's some websites that kind of like help you navigate figuring out what's available for you, or if you need financial help, there's websites to help you navigate that. So I'm going to try to get all that collected onto a single page. Hopefully I'll have that. I might have that for you tomorrow, actually. After meditation, I'm going to do a session of work with a friend. All right, so that was DC. Now we're switching gears into WR, weekly review. The weekly review, I mentioned the scheduling and doing interviews. Actually, I'm transparent about this. I'm using, so I've made the Facebook group where I'm checking in daily, and then people can leave comments or not. Just basically some curated thoughts and links each day from people who, dude, like nobody knows nobody knows what exactly to do right now. So other than take it one day at a time, connect with people, right? So I made a Facebook group for that reason, and I'm thinking I'll also be able to pluck people from that group to do customer interviews with them. And customer interviews, it sounds like, oh, you're trying to sell something or whatever. While that's true in the long term, actually, even if you're not trying to sell something, it's basically just trying to understand people's problems and needs. I could do a video only on that, but there's better videos out there for that. So that Facebook group, I brought that up because I saw scheduling and interviewing. That Facebook group is kind of me doing that in a roundabout way, where I'm also trying to help with the coronavirus thing. I mentioned the manifesto already. That's going well. I must have thousands of words for it, and I'm looking forward to condensing it into something small, which I don't know if I'll call it the Flowist Manifesto. I kind of like that because it sounds funny, like the Communist Manifesto. But it'll be basically, being a flow, like the Flowist thing is modern Taoist, what it means to be a Taoist in 2020, and then kind of divorced from. I love Chinese culture and all that, but it's Taoism transcends Chinese culture, right? Like you don't need to learn Chinese or go to Shaolin Temple is Buddhist, but go to Wu-Tang Mountain or anything like Taoism is right there where you are. So I'm calling it Flowism to whatever. Daily COVID videos, doing that. Obsessed with my memes. I'll put a link to all the custom memes I've made. Like I don't know, there was like a 24-hour period where I was obsessed with memes. I got let's see, yeah, there. I was doing this time boxing experiment. Actually, just the John from Yen, he told me to do time boxing and do it where I just measure how long it takes me to do different activities. And it's been really useful for my writing. Like, I don't think I've ever done 500 words a day or more consistently for a week straight, like ever. Like, even when I did the National NaNoWriMo, we're trying to do 50,000 words in a month, which means you gotta do over 1,000 a day. I don't think I ever did 500 a day. Like, I had some big days and small days, but this time boxing experiment has got me I'm getting tuned in to regular writing, which is cool. I suppose I should have added this to the COVID-19 update, but just as a kind of a short, this is like it's creating fear like a very close friend of mine's told me a story, not a story, he went and bought a shotgun. So I talked to him one day, he bought the shotgun. And I talked to him the next day, and he's like, you know what, man, I'm actually pretty afraid. And I'm like, yeah, like that's probably why you bought a shotgun. Because I mean, he bought it thinking that he might have to shoot somebody. That's scary because people, it's kind of unknown what may or may not happen. I think even most places, even if it gets Italy like where you live, New York or whatever, I don't think it's gonna get shotgun shotgun like. But it's unknown. Who knows? And then I'll leave with this update. Um, Not a cult. Last week's blog post. I'm doing a blog post once a week that's supposed to be tied to me writing the Flow to Your Dream book, but it's kind of just tied to writing the book and clearly just thoughts. And I did a rant about how I'm not starting a cult. And I obviously start with that's exactly what a person who's starting a cult would say. But it's a funny rant if you want to check that out. So what links do I have to provide? Just the memes, the cult, and the connect, as always. Yeah, stay strong. If you got, like with the Facebook group, if you run into any COVID-19 like links or conspiracy theories, or just like you're not sure if you should or shouldn't wear a mask or any of that, please add it to the comments and I will put in that work for you. Even though I'm busy, I have lots of free time. Like I just fill up my free time doing stuff, but I would love to answer or research any question you might have about this, because there's there's a guy here as an example. I mean, like he's like serious, he's talking about there's going to be a 20% death rate, and millions and millions of people are going to die, and it's being covered up, and we got to escape the city, but like these are like real thoughts and feelings that he's having, and a lot of people are having feelings like that. If you have anything like that, if you're not comfortable putting in the comments, email me or whatever. You can do that through the site. That's it. Love you guys. Stay chill. I thought about maybe I'll do this next time. I obviously can't do it on my phone, but bring another phone in, and I could end these daily updates with a 1-minute meditation. We can just sit here for a minute together, like quietly. I don't think I would talk you through anything. We just wait for the bell to ding. Here we can do like 20, even 20 seconds is good. Like meditation is easy. Wherever you are, if you're laying down, whatever, you just chill. Sit up straight. If you're sitting in a chair or whatever, you don't gotta have the mat and all that. And then just close your eyes. You can count your breath. You don't have to do anything. You can think if you want. You don't have to like try to not think. Just be quiet. Do it for like 20 seconds. There you go. A little moment of silence. I like closing my eyes. Some people gaze a meter ahead of them. Whatever. Anyway, keep it chill. Love you guys. Peace.